Cowboys Nation, hold on to your hats, because I've got news that's about to shake up the NFL. Davante Adams in a Cowboys jersey? You heard that right. The star wide receiver might be trading in the silver and black for the star. This isn't just another rumor, folks. There's real buzz around Dallas potentially making a blockbuster move for one of the league's best. CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, and now Davante Adams? Jerry Jones might be cooking up an offense that'll make the rest of the league sweat. Stick around, because we're diving deep into how this could happen, what it means for Doc and the boys, and why this might be the move that finally brings the Lombardi back to Big D. The NFL landscape could be changing as we speak, so let's break it all down. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. We're diving deep into a story that could change the landscape of America's team. All right, let's cut right to the chase. The rumor mill is working overtime, and whispers are turning into shouts. Word on the street is that the Dallas Cowboys might be in the mix to acquire none other than Davante Adams, the superstar wide receiver currently with the Las Vegas Raiders. I know, it sounds crazy, but stick with me here, because this isn't just idle gossip. There's some serious smoke, and where there's smoke, there's usually fire. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me remind you to smash that like button and hit subscribe if you haven't already. We're bringing you the hottest Cowboys news 24/7, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. So, let's break this down. Davante Adams, arguably the best wide receiver in the game today, potentially wearing the star? It's a thought that's got Cowboys fans from Dallas to Denton, from Fort Worth to Frisco, losing their minds. And honestly, can you blame them? Picture this: Dak Prescott dropping back, scanning the field, and having not just CeeDee Lamb, not just Brandon Cooks, but Davante freaking Adams as a target. That's not just an offense, that's a video game cheat code come to life. But let's pump the brakes for a second and look at how we got here. Adams, as we all know, forced his way out of Green Bay to join his college buddy Derek Carr in Las Vegas. It was supposed to be a dream reunion, the dynamic duo back together, ready to light up the scoreboard in Sin City. Fast forward a year, and what happened? Carr's gone, shipped off to New Orleans, and Adams? Well, let's just say things haven't exactly gone according to plan. The Raiders have been a mess, to put it mildly. A carousel of quarterbacks, a new head coach in Josh McDaniels, who seems to be in over his head, and a team culture that's about as stable as a Jenga tower in an earthquake. It's not the situation Adams signed up for, and rumors have been swirling that he's not exactly thrilled with how things are going. Enter the Dallas Cowboys. A team always on the hunt for that missing piece, that final ingredient to push them over the top. Owner Jerry Jones has never been shy about making a splash. And let's be real, acquiring Adams would be less of a splash and more of a cannonball off the high dive. Now, I know what you're thinking. But YouTuber name, how could the Cowboys possibly afford Adams? They're always tight against the cap. And you're not wrong. This is where things get interesting, and why this isn't just another wild rumor. The Cowboys have been doing some serious maneuvering with their cap space. They've restructured contracts, made some tough cuts, and created just enough wiggle room to make a move like this possible. It wouldn't be easy, and it would probably require some creative accounting that would make an MIT math professor's head spin. But if there's one thing we know about Jerry Jones and the Cowboys front office, it's that where there's a will, there's a way. But it's not just about the money. The Cowboys have something the Raiders desperately need: draft capital. Dallas has been smart about accumulating picks, and they've got the ammo to make a serious offer. We're talking multiple high-round picks, possibly even a first-rounder. It's a steep price, but for a player of Adams' caliber, it might just be worth it. Now, let's talk about what Adams would bring to the table. We're not just talking about a good receiver, we're talking about an elite, game-changing talent. Adams has led the league in touchdown receptions twice. He's a 5-time Pro Bowler, a 2-time first-team All-Pro. His route running is so precise it should be taught in geometry classes. His hands? Stickier than a Texas summer. And his ability to create separation? Let's just say defensive backs need GPS to find him. Pairing Adams with CeeDee Lamb would instantly give the Cowboys one of the most lethal receiving duos in the NFL. Lamb has already shown he can be a #1 receiver, but with Adams drawing coverage, his game could elevate to a whole new level. And let's not forget about Brandon Cooks, who the Cowboys just acquired this offseason. A trio of Adams, Lamb, and Cooks? That's not just a receiving core, that's a nightmare for every defensive coordinator in the league. But it's not just about the receiving game. Adams' presence would open up the entire offense. Imagine trying to stack the box against Tony Pollard with those 3 receivers spread wide. It would be like trying to plug a leaky dam with your fingers. Something's going to break, and break big. And then there's Dak Prescott. Look, we all know Dak's a good quarterback, but with a weapon like Adams at his disposal, we might finally see Prescott take that leap from good to great, from playoff contender to Super Bowl champion. Of course, we can't talk about this potential move without addressing the elephant in the room, the culture fit. The Cowboys have had their fair share of big personalities over the years, and not all of them have worked out. But by all accounts, Adams is a consummate professional, a hard worker, and a leader in the locker room. He's the kind of player who elevates everyone around him, not just with his play on the field, but with his approach to the game. Now I can already hear the naysayers. But what about the defense? Shouldn't the Cowboys be focusing on that side of the ball? And it's a fair point. The Cowboys' defense, led by the phenomenal Micah Parsons, has been solid. But as the old saying goes, sometimes the best defense is a good offense. With Adams on board, the Cowboys would have the firepower to outscore anyone, any given Sunday. But here's the real kicker, the thing that makes this rumor more than just idle speculation. The NFL is a copycat league, and what have we seen work recently? High-powered offenses with multiple elite weapons. Look at the Chiefs with Mahomes, Kelsey, and their rotating cast of speedy receivers. Look at the Bills with Allen and Diggs. Heck, look at what the Eagles did last year with Brown and Smith. The league is trending towards offensive firepower, and a move for Adams would put the Cowboys right at the forefront of that trend. Davante Adams could be that piece. He could be the difference between another early playoff exit and a deep run. He could be the player that finally brings the Lombardi Trophy back to Dallas. So, what do you think, Cowboys fans? Are you ready to see Davante Adams in the star? Do you think this move could be the one that puts Dallas over the top? Or is it too much of a risk? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, this is still developing. Things could change in an instant. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have those notifications turned on. The second we hear any updates, you'll be the first to know.